Hello guys and welcome back to the MR2 build. So in this episode we're going to be taking all the interior of the car, that is the centre console, the dash, the door cards, basically every single piece of plastic trim in this car has been taken out and it is in this garage, and we're going to go through each individual piece, give it a good clean. We've got some leather cleaner, some leather conditioner, general cleaning products. We're just basically going to take this 1991 interior and basically bring it back to its full glory. And that is the dash complete. I'm very happy with how it's turned out, much better than I expected. Got rid of pretty much all the marks. There's a slight scuff just there. You can just make it out on camera, and there's a slight scuff here. The vents are in perfect condition, fully functional, and no broken parts on it. So yeah, that is the dash complete, and that is ready to go back into the MR2. And up next we have the center console. This is also in excellent condition. There's literally no scuffs or scrapes or definitely no rips. So I will give it a clean down and put some conditioner on, and yeah, let's get to it. And that is the centre console all done and finished, and just like the dash, came up fantastic. It's, I mean, for the age of the car, it's very impressive just how in good condition this interior is. So yeah, I've cleaned obviously the top box and the front box, and that is now ready to go back into the car. So just like the dash, this will be all installed in the next phase. However, at the minute I'm going to now get up all the small panels. Okay, so I think I've underestimated just how many smalls there are in this car. So this is going to take some time. So what I'm going to do is give these a good clean down, just the general cleaner, and probably put some back to black on these just to get the plastics looking as best I can. And once I'm finished, I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've got a pile of clean parts behind us. They're ready to go back into the car. This leaves me with these three parts here. So firstly, this part here, it's got a crack going through it and a crack across the top. So I probably will get this replaced, but for the time being, I'll just repair this up and that'll go back in for now. I have this that goes in the footwell. I believe this is probably, yeah, this will be the passenger side footwell. So as you can see, there's a crack going from right there all the way to the end. So I've just held it together and I've just applied a bit of super glue just to kind of hold it in place for now. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I mean, ideally, well, I'll probably just run some epoxy resin all the way along the crack and build it up and make it strong and durable. And that should be okay for now. Like I say, I will look out for one of these parts after the car's back together on the road, you know, once the car's fully done. And finally this bit. So this bit sits in the car like this, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's something like this. And to start the car, you'd have to put this chip into here to disarm the immobilizer. Now I've not actually carried this alarm across, so this is no good for the car. So what I'm going to do next is remove this and have a look in the garage, see if I can find something to put in this place, because obviously this is going to be a hole in the trim. So hopefully I've got a bolt or a plastic grommet or something I can put into there. So we'll get to this next, and yeah, I'll get back to you. Yeah, so just went for a bolt. It'll do the job for now. It hides the hole in the dash, and to be fair, once the car's back together you probably won't really notice it, but I'll either buy this again and replace it with what doesn't have a hole in, or when I get my alarm I'll probably just put it in the same place, because there will be some sort of LED, flashing LED that comes with it, and it'll probably be a good place to put it because it's right near the windscreen. So yeah, I'll probably just pull that out when I get my alarm. But for the time being, I'm going to call that done. I'm going to give it a quick clean down, and I'll join the pile behind me, and we'll get into these. So I've been thinking about this. This could be a good candidate for plastic weld. Now, I've never plastic welded in my life. It doesn't look too difficult. It's just a case of putting some heat along the plastic to melt the surfaces and bond them back together, and filling it with some plastic, I guess. So yeah, I've got an old soldering iron that I don't use anymore, so yeah, let's give this a go. So we're back with the same part, once again the part that I've just repaired, and it would appear this part, well, this is the door sill on the passenger side, and this part actually fits in here, and I can see someone in the past has already tried to glue it, and they've had a screw in it, so it's had a few issues by the looks of it. But I can see here there's 5 points, so I'm guessing, and they've broke off. Yeah, it looks like them 5 points actually come through this. I don't think the screws. No, actually, I think they're like a spot weld. Yeah, so it looks like these would have originally been melted in place. Alright, so maybe we can plastic weld this also. I'll give it a go at least. Yeah, let's try that. So what I'll do is, so I'll get this in place. There's a screw there, so I can probably use that screw for the time being since the hole's already there. I'll screw that down and I'll flip it over and try to align them holes up where they should go, and maybe throw some plastic in there and see what happens. Okay, I scrapped the idea of using a screw because it wasn't actually in the right place. So I've actually lined it up, and this one clicks in and the top one clicks in. Can you hear that? So obviously them two are in the right place. So what I'm going to try and do is build up a puddle of plastic weld on top of this and see if that holds, and if it does, I'll do the one at the top and the one at the bottom, double check everything's all lined up, and yeah, do the other two. There's 1, 2, 3, 6 in total. So yeah, let's give this a go and see what happens. I mean, what's the worst really that could happen? Okay, so that's the finished product. It's all done. It's, as you can see, it's holding itself up. It's nice and rigid and strong. It's got quite a clean join down here where I've bonded the two together. There's a crack all the way down, but you can hardly see it. Once this is in the car, you've got the dash here and the glove box. You're probably never going to notice it, let's be honest. And there was actually a crack just up here, going across and then up. So I did the same thing, just basically melted the plastic, and this is what it looks like. So let's face it, it's not the prettiest looking job. I'm guessing this is stronger than epoxy, so yeah, we'll see what holds up. So this will go in the passenger side of the car, and it'll go there for the time being, and some point down the line I will replace it, but for now I'm going to call this bit done. Yeah, so regarding the door handle part, I just use super glue. This is a harder plastic, it's not flexible, it's not pliable. I thought if I put some heat through this, it could shatter, so I just use some super glue and that'll hold it in place. And as the others, I will look out for a pair of these because I think the driver's side also has a crack at some point. Yeah, so this is the immobiliser that came with the car. As I pointed out, I removed it and just put a bolt in for the time being. I just want to point out once again, I mean, it's soldered, so it's not as bad as the rest of the car, but there's no heat shrink, there's no electrical tape. It did have this rubbery, it's like a masking tape, but it feels waterproof, so there was some sort of protection going on. But it's not, if you're going to do a joint like this and you're going to just do it half-assed, do it staggered, because if this paper's to wear through and these touch, you just ask them for trouble. But this is out the car now, and this will probably get disregarded with the alarm system. And like I say, when I get the new alarm, I will probably put that in the same place this came out of. If you're going to use a soldering iron first for plastic weld, first use an old one. Don't use a good one. This is one of my junk ones. I've had this for 20 years or probably more. I don't use it anymore. So yeah, don't use a good one because it will destroy the tip. Secondly, wear a mask. And thirdly, after you finish, don't stand in the garage and start talking to the camera, because I've been breathing this for the last 5 minutes and it's not pleasant. Yeah, so regarding ventilation, I think I'll head outside and start taking the car seats out. The car seats need repairing, so that's a future video. And I think I spent all this time and effort giving the interior a good clean. It'll make sense to give the carpet a clean. So I'll go and pull the seats out and give the interior clean and get back to you.
Rising with each beat of the music is bringing little flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full, I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive, we're just listening, we're existing.
Okay, so it's the next day and the car should be fully dry. I left it overnight to dry out. It was quite wet when I was finished. So yeah, the next step will be getting all these parts back into the MR2. So let's get to it. that's the interior installed. Went pretty straightforward, over the moon. It looks really nice. It's time to come together now. I do have a few more things to work on. I've got the speedo to clean up. As you can see, it's all gritty and it needs a good polish. Got the door cars to clean up. I have some speakers which literally just came in the post, and these need put inside the car. I've got some LED lights for the inside also, so there's still plenty to do on the inside, but I think for the time being we're going to leave it there and we'll pick this up in the next part. So thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.